Dr. Paa Kwesi Nduom, PPP, is in the studio. Good morning and welcome once again. Now, 8 days and yet we're already in some kind of trouble. The PPP should be concerned about it. Well,
we are concerned, the Progressive People's Party is concerned, but all Ghanaians
should be concerned.
We should all be concerned. I have registered. When and where I registered, there were no problems in terms of violence or physical problems of any sort. However, there were delays caused by the slowness in the responsiveness of the equipment that was there.
Right.
But you know, anything that is new that you're working on is bound to have difficulties. There are bound to be problems, which is why all of us must take it as part of a new process, so that we are patient, so that we assist the officials to do what they need to do, so that we do not bring unnecessary aggressiveness to the whole exercise. I have heard some politicians saying, we will not allow people that we don't know
to register,
to come to our area to come and register. Well, there's nothing in the law that allows anybody to prevent anyone, as long as they are Ghanaian, as long as they are qualified, from coming to vote. But you see, we should also take a long view of this. And the long view of this is that we must prevent this country from doing exercises such as this.
Right.
What we must do is that we have a national identification system. We have a database that is being done. If we do it with all seriousness, if we make sure that it has great credibility, then any exercise like this, such as creating a voters register, would not be necessary that we bring everybody, they go and form a line. As long as you have a national identification system in a credible database, when you are age 18, you must be able to go to the Electoral Commission's office in the district and go and get registered. And it becomes a continuous, normal thing. And the Progressive People's Party is saying that when we become the administration in power, we can't force the EC to do it because it's an independent agency, but we would want to strengthen it
to be able to do that
by providing them the financial resources, by providing them with the technical assistance, by working with the National Identification Authority and everybody so they can work together, so things of this nature would be things of the past.
The national ID system itself is running into difficulties.
Well, that is because we're not assigning the seriousness that we should give it. We're not giving it the resources that are needed. Look, that national identification system, it is going to prevent duplicate driver's licenses. It is going to prevent duplicate passports. It is going to prevent people from going to Bank A, go and borrow money, not pay. Go to Bank B, go and borrow money, not pay. It is going to help us be able to build credible criminal information systems and databases, so that a police officer catches you doing something, they put your number in the system
and
there,
know where you are.
And they know who is this, okay, and we can catch criminals much easier than we are doing so at the moment. And then if you go and open a bank account or do all sorts of other things in the system, we can easily identify, so that from birth until death, we know who you are. You know, there are things in the system. When we talk about strengthening institutions, it is things like the national identification system that will ensure that we are able to strengthen institutions, because it has all sorts of things to do, not just with Social Security, but with revenue authorities being able to collect the necessary tax revenues that are needed for nation building. So what we're saying is that, yes, we have these problems today. These problems are there because we have not done the right things. However, we are standing in the situation. Let us have a bit more cohesiveness as a people. Let us think about this as a national exercise, not one for political advantage.
You raised the issue of the slow process. You don't want to say that it is as a result of the slow process that we are recording violence, or it's going to put people off from registering?
No, you know, where I registered, yes, the process was slow. But all of us, I'm a presidential candidate. I stood in line. I didn't jump the line. My mother-in-law was in the line because she's elderly. We allowed her to go in front. They told us elderly persons can go to the front. We all stood there, and it was good. We had the representatives there, the NDC representative, the PPP representative, the MPP representative. They were all there. And by the way, that's another issue for me.
Exactly.
Is why do we need representatives of the political parties there?
The mistrust.
To do what?
The mistrust in the system.
Well, but they cannot physically restrain anybody from registering by law. Okay? All of us who are registering have a responsibility. Not just some agents of the political parties. All of us have a responsibility that should we see someone who clearly, because they look too young, okay, or they may, you can't say look foreign, may be foreign. All that we can do is get one of those forms and fill the form. And that's all that by law we are entitled to do.